Hey guys, welcome back to another Calibria video, and we are going over Shaman. So this guy is insane. I rated him on a few different areas of the game. I really wanted him to get SS tier. I really did because I love him so much, but he came out as S tier. And I know some people are going to disagree with me. From what I know right now, so story mode, I rated him as B because you got those small waves. He brings some debuffs to the table, but not ideal for small waves. In Arena, you can utilize him pretty well if you have a high damage output team. One of his skills kind of soaks up damage and deals it out when it expires. So I rated him as an A because he is potentially good at Arena. For me, myself right now, I'm not at a spot where I can probably fully utilize that A rating. And so in Colossus and Leviathan, and pretty much every Catacombs, right? Pretty much every Catacombs, he is SS tier. For his curse skill that he has, it is insane. It is insane. We'll go over it, but I only rated Colossus and Leviathan because those were your gear dungeons, right? I didn't want to, rate all of them and have like a billion different ratings out there, but if I did, he would be SS tier. He is SS tier in every Catacombs in my mind. The Vapor Dreamlands, kind of similar to the story. You have smaller waves out there. You do have some bosses, but I rated him as a B. Maybe that's a little too harsh. I don't know. There are other champions that I think probably can excel a little better in that area. And then the layer, I rated him as an A because I think so. On the boss's immunity passive, they are immune to a lot of debuffs, right? So you can land like the attack down, the decreased defense, the slows, right? The HP regen locks, but I don't think you can place the curses. I could be wrong. I really haven't tested it because the layer is a little out of my reach right now. If that's the case, if you can't land the curses, then I think the A rating is pretty fair. If you can land the curses, then definitely I think S or SS tier for sure. So that is kind of a question I don't really know right now. Okay, for his skills, his main A1 attack is going to be able to have a chance to do a decreased attack skill. And if you have it booked out, it's going to be a 50% chance. So, for an A1 skill, that's pretty solid. That's a pretty solid skill. And when you're talking about like, the Colossus, right? Level 10, sometimes you really need that attack down because let's say you get a decreased defense debuff on yourself, right? He procs that beam skill. It might wipe out your entire team or at least the majority of it, right? Unless you have this decreased attack. So very important skill here. I think as you're going through those dungeons, this is a solid debuff that you want at least one champion to have. His A2, so one selection that you can pick is this kind of throw ball of lightning skill that balances 5 times between your enemies. So it's going to balance five times between your enemies and basically has a chance, right, depending on who you're fighting, to reduce their energy by 20%, as well as a 70% chance to place a decreased defense debuff on them. So decreased defense is pretty insane in this game, right? So if you land this, you can do massive damage, as well as, on top of that, the reduced energy, right? I mean, this skill is insane. It's an insane skill. You do have another option here to use this skill, and basically it's kind of like a heal, right? It absorbs HP based on how much attack he has and kind of divides it out among your allies, right? If you had to choose, I mean, this one hands down is the better of those skills. Maybe certain scenarios this might be good. I got other healers to kind of take advantage of their healing capability. This skill here helps out so much. So his A3. So we got three choices here. The first one, Voodoo Curse. So this one, if you don't know anything about it, this one is insane. So it's a debuff that is for 2 turns, right? And basically, as you're doing damage, it kind of accumulates that damage as well on the side. And when it expires, it releases all that damage and ignores defense and basically hits the enemy. So on like Colossus level 10, you can almost, maybe you could probably wipe him out completely if you had enough damage. For me right now, sometimes it procs about maybe half of his hit points. Pretty insane skill. It is on a 5-turn cooldown, so it does have a bit. But if you get enough speed, this doesn't hurt. 5-turn cooldown doesn't hurt. So one thing that I'm curious about. So tell me if you guys know about this. So my team is pretty fast right now, and I'm actually able to get 2 curses on there. So I haven't tested this out, but I'm wondering. So if you have 2 curses on there, and the first curse procs and does, like massive damage, does the second curse soak up that damage as well to proc when that goes off? So I don't know. If you guys know, let me know, because if that's the case, that is an insane skill. It's already insane, but that skill would wipe out almost anything, really. So if you guys have tested that, let me know, because I am really curious. So another option that you have is a skill that basically resets the skill of an ally, right? All their skills. I think this can be really strong, but I think it's probably more beneficial if on different scenarios on manual, right? Because I don't trust the AI. I don't trust the AI to put this skill on the champion that I want. So I think in certain scenarios and on manual, this can be really strong. But I just think, this skill overall, especially on auto, this skill is better. And then we do have the spell resistance passive. Basically gives you a chance to proc an immunity for all your allies. 75% chance. Pretty strong, especially, if he's fast, but he's just a little slower than all your allies. He'll go right after all of them, and then they'll have immunity for the full turn that they're waiting to go again, right? Overall, we got the leader skill here, the Guild Wars. 33% chance to crit rate. Not bad. But it's okay. It's not bad. So overall, these skills here are probably the main focus that you wanna do, right? If you're going to use books on him, I would suggest these 3 skills. Okay, so for his runes, right now I have a speed set on, an HP percent, and a defense percent. Because that's what I had, right? I'm sure I can probably kind of adjust this a little bit down the line. Right now, this is what I have, and we'll kind of go through them real quick, talk about them. So my main focus really was hit percentage, right? Because he has a lot of debuffs, and you don't want to get those resisted. You don't. So on top of that, you want survivability, right? Survivability, because you don't want him to die. So HP percent is probably going to be maybe your second or third priority, because speed is definitely up there as well. So I don't know, speed and HP are kind of both priority at second place, really. But hit percentage, you want to get that. So on your slot 2, go ahead and get your speed, right? Because you need him decent speed, because his curse is a 5-turn cooldown when it's booked out. So you want him at least a decent speed so he can rotate those skills. Again, get defense, get HP there. On the 3rd slot, let's see what I got. I got some speed, I got hit percentage there, and HP. So not a bad slot there. So on the 4th slot, I did go defense currently, but I think I'm going to change this. I think eventually I will change this to an HP percent. Just because, if I get that decreased defense on myself, it almost wipes out this benefit, right? So I think overall HP is a little more important, especially on champions like this. I do got hit percentage there, HP there. That's a little more damage. Let's see. So hit percentage again. See a theme here. So a lot of hit percentage. And then I got a little bit of resistance there. And of course, on your 6th slot, get hit percentage. It's going to drive up that stat so much. On top of that, go ahead and get HP percent. If you can get defense as well, get that. But for your primary, get the hit percentage. There are different pieces of gear that you could probably utilize. Personally, I think I want to try keeping my speed set and maybe subbing out my defense set here for another HP percent. And try it out. I want to see how it goes. So for overall stats, if you look here, my HP percent, my HP total, I think is a little low. I think it's a little low. I think I want to work on that and maybe drive down defense maybe a little bit and see how it works out. And then speed, I got plus 47. For me, it's not bad because I have other champions that help out in this department. And then hit percentage, plus 87, because it's just crucial, right? You don't want to get resisted on any debuff, really, because his debuffs are so important for this champion. You just don't want to get resisted. Always, if you can, as soon as you can, go ahead and evolve him. You're going to get extra stats there. And then, when I get lucky enough to get another one of him, I'm not going to reroll him, right? Because I'm going to use him a lot. So I'm going to use my copy to sanctify him to get that extra bonus because I want to utilize him to his full capability. And then if you look here, man, this is cool. I don't know what do you have to have? 200. Oh man, you got to have 200 of these skin little scroll things. But check this guy out, man. This guy looks cool, right? And then you get plus 15% hit percentage. So again, like I said, we want that hit percentage. That just helps out even more. So anyways, hopefully, if you guys have this hero, you're using him because he's going to help out a lot. And hopefully this helps you guys out. Hopefully this guy can help you out. And I will talk to you guys later.